There we go. Okay, so we're going to do page 8, and this is rights and responsibilities. And something to think about when you think about rights and responsibilities is a right is something that Canada gives you, and then a responsibility is something you give Canada. That's an easy way to. Yeah, right is something Canada gives you, and a responsibility is something you give Canada. Yeah, very good. Okay, so let's see. Rashid, would you like to start reading where it says Canadian citizens? Can you read that part, please?
Okay. Canadian citizens have rights and responsibilities. This come to us from our history, are secured by Canadian law, and they reflect our shared traditions, identity, and values. Canadian law has several sources, including laws passed by Parliament and the provincial legislatures. English common law, the Civil Code of France, and the unwritten constitution that we have inherited from Great Britain.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so so this is the way we get our rights and responsibilities from our history. We get them from England and France, and then we also make laws. We make our laws. They they tell us what our rights and responsibilities, and our traditions, just the way we've done things in the past, and identity and values, what we think is important. Yeah, so, and the way we get them are, we get our laws from the government, from parliament, the government. We get them from English common law, which is a very old system of law from Great Britain. We get them from France, the civil code. And then we also get them from the Constitution of Great Britain. Those are the places we get our laws from. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Um, let's see. Okay. Now this is talking about the Magna Carta. Let's see. Diallo, would you like to read this part where it says together these secure,
Okay.
please?
Okay. Together, this record for Canadian and 800 years old tradition of ordered lib- liberty, which dates back to the signing of Magna Carta in 1215 in England, also known as the Great Charter of Freedom, including.
Yeah. Could you just stop there for a sec? Good. Good. Good.
Okay.
Um, so so Magna Carta in 1215, so 800 years ago, 800 years ago, the Magna Carta was written, and that's from England. Okay, so try to remember this. Try to remember those two things. The word Magna Carta, 1215, because that's a question. And then the other name for the Magna Carta is the Great Charter of Freedoms. So these were written in 1215, 800 years ago, Magna Carta, Great Charter of Freedoms. And these are the freedoms, and these are the same ones we have in Canada now. Yeah. Okay, good. So let's see. Let's see. Zaniba, would you like to try to read these ones, please? There's the different freedoms.
Okay, teacher. And freedom of conscience and religion, freedom of thought, belief, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of speech and of the press. Done. And freedom of the peaceful assembly and freedom of association.
Very good. Yeah, freedom of association. So
Association.
these are pretty, it's pretty interesting because these were written 800 years ago. 800 years ago, they gave people these freedoms in England. And then we have them now in Canada. So the first freedom was freedom of conscience and religion. That means you can have any religion you want, and you can think whatever you want. If you don't believe in religion, that's okay. That's what conscience is. So you can have any religion you want. That's a freedom. The second freedom is freedom of thought, belief, and opinion. So you can think anything you want. You can believe anything you want, and then you can also say anything you want. You can express yourself any way you want. Yeah. So those are the different. The second freedom: freedom of thought, belief, and freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. The third freedom is peaceful assembly. What that means is, if you don't like something, you can go to the streets and you can assemble peacefully and protest. You can protest in the streets. So that's what peaceful assembly means. Okay, you can protest what you want, what you don't think is right, but it has to be peaceful. And then the final one is freedom of association. So that means you can be part of any group you want, and you can talk to any people you want. Yeah. So again, to try to remember these freedoms, because these are a question. One is freedom of conscience and religion. You can have any religion you want. Freedom of expression and thought and speech. You can think and say whatever you want. Freedom of a peaceful assembly, so you can protest what you don't like, as long as it's peaceful. And then freedom of association, that means you can be a part of any group you want. Any group you want. Good. Okay, now the next part, that's all in the Magna Carta. All those freedoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all in the Magna Carta from 1215. Okay. Let's see. Before we go on, I think I'm going to do a little different today. I think I'm going to get you to answer questions just on the stuff we've done so far. Okay, let's see if they set this up the right way for us here. So try to remember Magna Carta, 1215, Great Charter of Freedoms, and then these freedoms. Let's see what the questions are for this. Okay, we can try this one. Let's see. Mohammed, would you like to try this question?
Yes, Brian. Name of name one source of Canadian law.
Yeah.
Number 4, English common law.
Yeah, very good. English common law, very good. And then let's see, Ghazala, would you like to try this one?
Which one of the following is not a source of Canadian law? Number Number 4, military code of.
Very good. And this word here, the way you say it is source.
Source.
Yeah, source.
Source.
Yeah, military code of France is not.
Yeah, source. Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
source. That's right. Good, source. Good. Okay, and then let's see. Manal, are you there?
Teacher.
Good. Would you like to? I'm not sure when you came though. Maybe I'll let you do the next one because I'm not sure when you came.
Okay, teacher. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Rashid,
What-
would you like? Oh, do you want to do this one now?
Yes, because
Okay.
I know. What is Magna Carta? Is number 2, teacher.
Okay, but make sure you read that.
Oh, teacher, number 1.
Yeah. Good. Great. Very good. Okay, and then Let's see, Rashid, this one, please. Let's see, I think everybody's muted, so. Yeah, Rashid, can
Number
you do
4,
this? one? No, just let Rashid do this.
okay.
Can you do this one, Rashid?
The Great Charter of Freedoms was signed in England.
Yeah, in England, very good. Good. And then, Diala, can you do this one?
When was the Magna Carta signing? 1215.
Yeah, 1215, good. And then, can you do this one, Zaniba?
Okay. The Great Charter of Freedom is also known as that's the number 2.
No, we haven't done that one yet.
Oh, okay. Is I think number 4.
Yeah, good. Magna Carta. Yeah, very good. Okay, and then, let's see, Mohammed, can you do this one?
Yes. What does the Great Charter of Freedom include? Number 1, freedom of conscience and religion.
Yeah, very good.
Religion.
Very good. Very good. And then, Ghazala, can you do this one?
Okay. Which one of the following is not included in the Great Charter of Freedom? Number 3, freedom to buy property.
Yeah, freedom to buy property. Very good. Okay, good. Okay, now we're going to go back to the reading of the book. We're in a different. So that was the Magna Carta. Yeah, very good. Okay, now the next one. Let's see. Who read last time? Who did we have read last time? Rashid, maybe? That's
No.
Rashid is first one, and
Zainab.
next one Diala,
Manal.
Zainab.
okay. So whose turn is it now?
Before, yeah, freedom, I read me the one.
Oh, you did the freedoms. Okay. So now can we do, let's see, Ghazala, can you do this one here? Habeas corpus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Habeas corpus, the right to change it, challenge it, unlawful detention by the state comes from English common law.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, this one is very important. So the word habeas corpus, that's not English, that's Latin. It's Latin. And what this means is the government can't just put you in jail. You have the right to fight. If the government puts you, they have to have a reason to put you in jail. And so this is a very important one because this is kind of the foundation of our system. The government doesn't have all the power. So habeas corpus means an individual you can fight if you think the government has put you in jail for no reason. Yeah. In some countries, the government can just put you in jail and it doesn't matter, but not in Canada. The government can't do that. The government can't put you in jail for no reason. And then this one comes from English common law. Habeas corpus comes from English common law. Yeah. Okay, so try to remember habeas corpus, and you have to, this is the words they use in the question, the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. That means the right to fight if the government is not correct in putting you in prison. It comes from English common law. Try to remember that because that's a question. That's at least 2 questions there. Okay. And what I'd like to do, if we can see the picture, there's a picture on the bottom. So we did Magna Carta, and we just did the habeas corpus. And the next we're going to do the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So these are the 3 groups of rights we have. And see this picture here. Let's see, Gisela, can you read this picture part here too, this red part here?
Queen Isabel's second proclaiming the amended Constitution, Ottawa, 1982.
Yeah, very good. Every word was correct. Very good. Very good. Yeah, so this is the Queen proclaimed it. So we, in Canada, we had a constitution. We have a constitution, but in 1982, they changed it. So they amended it. That's what it means by amended. They changed it. And they put in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And this was put in by, I think at this time it was Justin Trudeau's father. He was prime minister too. Yeah, so Justin Trudeau's father was our prime minister. And I think it was in 1982 that he did this. And then this is a question though, who proclaimed the amended Constitution in 1982? And the answer is Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, that's a question that they have. Okay, so the next stuff we're going to talk about is the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And there's a lot on this, so we'll go kind of slow. Who hasn't read yet? Mohammed, have you read yet? Have you read anything?
No, I'm not reading.
You haven't read yet? Okay. Do you want to read some about the Constitution of, can you do this part here, the Constitution of Canada?
Yeah.
Please.
The Constitution of Canada was amended in 1982 to entrench the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, begins with the words.
Yeah, and then the words they use are really high level English. Okay, so do you want to try this on the top here, Mohammed?
Whereas Canada is founded upon brain slips that recognize the supremacy of God and the role of law.
Yeah, very good.
This
Okay.
phrase
Good.
under you wanna complete?
Yeah,
or,
yeah. Please compete. Please continue. That's good.
this farms underlines the importance of regulations tradition to Canadian security
Society.
and the dignity and worth of the
Dignity.
human person.
Human.
Yeah, very good. Human person.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever they talk about the law or they talk about rights or government talk, it's always very high level English. Yeah, but the ideas are easy to understand, but they just use very high level English. Okay, so we have the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, 1982. And what that is, they changed our constitution or they amended our constitution. And this is what they started. This is how they started the words that started the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. It says, whereas Canada is founded upon the principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. So that means Canadians, they say God is number one. And they also think that law is very important. So this was written in 1982. And so they put religion in this. And some people like that, some people don't like that. But that's what they did. In 1982, they said Canada was started by people who believed in God and they believed in the law. Yeah, that's basically what that means. And so that's in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. And so this says it shows how important religion was and is, I guess, in Canadian society, and also shows the dignity, the importance of the human person, of everybody. So it shows how important religion is, and it shows how important Canadians think every person is. Okay, so try to remember this because this is a question. This is the question. What says? How is the? I think the question is something like, how does the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms start? And then that is the right answer for that one. Okay. Now the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, they call it just the Charter. The Charter. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 rights. So we'll break this down because we need everybody to have a chance to read. And so let's see, Manal, would you like to read the next part where it says the charter,
Okay.
please?
The charter attempts to summarize fundamentally
Yeah, fundamental, good.
freedoms while also staying out education rights, the most important of those included.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, so let's look at some of the words here.
Okay.
Summarize. So what that means is it takes all the freedoms and just gives you a small, short version so you understand. That's what it says. Summarize our freedoms. It tells you these are the freedoms that the Charter has. These are the freedoms. But it also tells you the additional rights, the other things that that they put into the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1982. So they're going to talk about the 4 most important ones. Yeah. So the Charter summarizes the freedoms, and then these are the most important rights that are put into the Charter. The Charter. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Rashid, would you like to read the first one, mobility rights? Can you read that one, please?
Okay. Mobility rights. Canadians can live and work anywhere they choose in Canada, enter and leave the country freely, and apply for a passport. Aboriginal people's rights.
Okay, so we'll just stop there. So sorry, Rashid, we'll just do one at a time. Yeah, very good. So so try to remember this because this is a question. So mobility means to move. Mobility means to move. So you can go anywhere you want in Canada. You can live anywhere in Canada. You can work anywhere in Canada. And then you can get a passport and go and come as much as you want. Now, right now, because of the pandemic, you can't do that. But usually you can. Yeah, usually you can. So this is for Canadians. So when you all become Canadian citizens, this will be your right. You can live anywhere in Canada. You can work anywhere in Canada. And the important thing, I think, for many of you is to get the passport so you can go to your other countries and see your family, right? And come back, and yeah, there's no problem there. So try to remember that because that's mobility rights. That's one of the first rights. And let's see, Dial, would you like to do the next one, Aboriginal rights? Can you do that one, please? Aboriginal.
Okay. Aboriginal people's rights. The rights guaranteed in the Charter will not adversely affect any treaty or other rights or freedoms of Aboriginal peoples.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, so this word here is guaranteed. That means they guarantee, it means that you will, we promise that this is a right for Aboriginal people. And does anybody know what this word treaty? Do you remember what that word treaty means? Anybody?
Treaty to take care.
A treaty for Aboriginal people. Do you remember what that means? I couldn't hear what you said.
To take care.
To take, did you say?
To take care of them.
Yeah, to take care of them. Yeah, it's like a treaty is like a contract. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Contract.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right, to take care of them. So they use a contract to promise to take care. Yeah, that's right. So it's like a contract. So the government has contracts with Aboriginal people, and this says that the charter cannot change any of those contracts. This cannot make it worse for any Aboriginal people. So it's guaranteed, yeah, that the charter will not make it worse for any Aboriginal people. That's very important. Yeah. So the first one was mobility. You can work anywhere in Canada you want. You can leave the country and you can get a passport. The second one is the treaties or contracts with the Aboriginal people will not be changed by the charter. Okay, and then let's see, Zaniba, could you do the official languages rights? Can you do that one, please?
Okay, teacher. Official language rights and minority language educational rights. French and English have equal status in Parliament and throughout or throughout
Yeah,
the
good.
government.
Very good. Throughout.
Throughout
Yeah,
the
yeah.
government.
Yeah, very good. So this one says that English and French are equal in the government and in Parliament. And this one also says that you can learn, you can have your children learn in English or French, and they can go to school in English or French. But the most important thing here, I guess one of the most important things is that if people want service in English or French anywhere in Canada, they can do that. And so the official languages rights, yeah, that's the important one. Okay, and then let's see, Mohammed, would you like to do the last one? But do you remember what this word means? This word here, Mohammed, do you remember that word?
Multiculturalism.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Many country.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good. Many countries. What?
Yeah, it's for same the refugees coming. A lot of the people coming to same community or same multicultural.
Yeah, that's what it basically means. People from many different cultures and many different countries, and they're all living together in peace in Canada. That's multiculturalism. That's multicultural. Could you please read that one, Mohammed?
Yes, multiculturalism, fundamental characteristics of the Canadian heritage and identity. Canadians liberty that give off on another persons and work hard to respect pluralism and live in harmony.
Yeah, very good, very good. And there's another big word, this pluralism, that just means the same as multiculturalism. It means the same thing. Pluralism is the same as multiculturalism. So we put, Canadians think multiculturalism is so important that we put it into our charter of rights and freedoms. So we think it's very important because it's part of our identity. It's part of what we think of ourselves as Canadians. And the way they say this is very nice. They celebrate the gift of one another's presence. So that means we think we have people, the idea that we have people from many parts of the world is a gift. We think that's very special in Canada. So we celebrate it. We think it's very important. And then we work hard to try to respect that. Sometimes we fail, sometimes we're not good at it, but most Canadians work hard to respect that and live in harmony and live in peace. Yeah, so multiculturalism. Okay, so let's just look at let's go back and just look at the charter because there's a lot of questions on the charter. First of all, Queen Elizabeth proclaimed the amended charter, 1982. That's Queen Elizabeth II. That's a question. And then what year was it amended? 1982. That's a question. And then the other one is they talk about founded on the supremacy of God and rule of law. That's a question, how it starts. And then these are the maybe the 4 important changes that were put into the charter. Mobility rights, you can live anywhere, work anywhere in Canada you want, you can leave the country and get a passport whenever you want. Aboriginal rights, the treaties and contracts made to Aboriginal people will not be changed or hurt. Official language rights, you can speak French and English anywhere in Canada, and you can have government service in French or English anywhere in Canada, and you can have your children go to school in French or English anywhere in Canada. And then the last one is multiculturalism, like Mohammed was reading, is very important, and it's fundamental. That means it's very important. Fundamental characteristic, and we celebrate it. We celebrate the gift of one another's presence. We celebrate that we have people from all over the world. And the pluralism. Pluralism is the same as multiculturalism. So that comes up in a question, that word pluralism. Okay, so let's try to do some questions now. Let's see. So we finished Magna Carta. Now they're going to start asking about habeas corpus and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So let's see. Okay. So Ghazal, would you like to do habeas corpus? Please.
Okay. Okay. What is habeas corpus? Okay. Number 1, the right to challenge. Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, detention by the state.
Good. Habeas corpus, the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state. Good.
Yeah.
Good. And then this is the same question, but a different way to say it. So Manal, what's this one?
Okay, teacher. What is right to challenging a useful dictation by the no. First one, teacher.
No, it wasn't the first one.
Constitutions art.
No, we haven't done that one. We haven't done that one. So it's not that one. It's either number 2 or number 3. It's number 2 or number 3. Which one do you think?
Number 2.
Yeah. Habeas corpus. Habeas corpus. Yeah, very good. And then let's see. Rashid, can you do this one?
Can you put your phone?
Let's see. see, who's all muted? Rashid, can you do this one?
Name the source of habeas corpus.
That's wrong, but that's wrong. That's an accident there.
It's English common law.
Very good. And then, Diala, can you do this one, please?
When was the Constitution of Canada amended to include the Charter of Rights and Freedom? 1982.
Very good. Good. And then, Zaniba, can you do this one, please?
Who proclaimed the amended Constitution of Canada? 92. The Prime Minister and Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And then, Mohammed, can you do this one, please?
Yes, Brian. What are the two principles open with Canada is founded? Number two, the supremacy of God and the role of law.
Good, very good. And then, Gazawa, can you do this one, please?
Okay. With which words does the Canada Charter of Rights and Freedom begin? Oh my God. Number three, Brian?
Yeah, that's right. That's the long answer. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. And then, let's see, Manal, can you do this one, please?
Okay. What are Maple's rights?
Yeah, mobility right. I'm gonna make it a little smaller, so maybe you can read it. Can you still read that? Can you still read?
Canada can live and work anywhere. Teacher number 3.
Yeah. Good. Good. Okay, and
Yeah.
then, Rashid, can you do this one?
Who can enter and leave the country freely without time and Canadian citizens.
Very good.
Lunch.
Then, Diala, can you do this one?
Which three rights are included in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms? Number number 1,
Yeah, I think you're right.
mobilities rights, Aboriginal people rights, and official language rights.
Yeah, very good. Good. And then, Zaniba, can you do this one?
Okay. French and English do not have equals. Oh, this is false. I
Yeah.
don't-
You don't have to read the rest of it, do you? Very good. Very good. And then, Mohammed, can you do this one?
Yeah. Canadians cannot leave their country fairly. False.
And then, can you do this one, please, Gazala?
Okay. Canadians work hard to resport that. Okay. Okay, number 4, listen.
Yeah, very good. Pluralism. Yeah, that's the same as multiculturalism. Very good. Pluralism. And then can you do this one, please, Manal?
What is the fundamental characteristics of the Canadians? Hardig in dire. Okay. Teacher number 3.
You sure it's not number 2?
No, 3 teacher. You want to make me mistake?
Maple syrup?
No, maple syrup, no.
Okay, very good. Just one second.